but
And nothing.
here we go.
His nickname is Superbad.
Oh, I hope we don't lose everything. I'm gonna feel like a jackass.
What kind of things do they do in an establishment called Seatle? Pretty sure she gets a lot of comments about how effing hot she is, so she's probably tired of them. But
Well, you kind of had to suspect that that's what was going on anyway.
there's no reason he shouldn't have qualified. I guess he did crash on it twice.
Throwing
Yes.
that at the wall and seeing if it sticks.
This is the Talkin Moto podcast. Hey, welcome everyone. Round 15 from Seattle, done over. 450 class I thought was a little bit of a snoozer, but I still think we got lots to talk about. Thanks. This episode, got to give a little love to my brother at King's Color and Chrome down in Dundas. Other than that, thanks to everyone else that's coming on board. MB1 Suspension, Plainview Power Sports, Moto Northland MX, Pro Action by FTM, Hardline MX, the Open Mic Podcast, the Damn Bait Shop, the Bicycle Works. I don't know if I forgot anybody else. Welcome, boys.
I didn't hear fine tune in there.
I did the Pro Action by FTM this time.
Oh, okay.
I heard it. What up, everyone?
I wasn't paying attention because somebody sat in my chair over the weekend here, and everything is different now.
Oh, no.
My headphones don't fit the same. It's just everything's messed up.
What, does my little tiny head stretch them out?
No, actually, they're quite small.
Well, you guys got to ride your dirt bikes outside.
If you could call
Yes,
it that, yeah.
It was a little muddy from what I saw via Facebook.
Yes, sir, but don't worry. Between Jason's bike and my bike, we put 5 Moto wins together.
Nice.
That's true somehow. Yeah. Mostly your bike.
That's okay. Nothing wrong with that.
I guess mine did get 2 moto wins, just didn't happen with me on it. But
Is it Jessica rode your bike, right? Or
yep. Jay had present in the chat room right now.
Yeah, nice.
I thought maybe she was a terrorist and she was claiming jihad on us.
Jihad.
So what happened? So Saturday did it get rained out Saturday for practice?
Yeah. Yep. Eventually it did. Yes.
Dang it. Well, you guys want to talk about that first, or should we talk some Supercross?
Whatever, man.
Oh man. Well, okay, so you guys know I don't know if people that are listening know, but I was actually out in Seattle this weekend, and the one thing, obviously, that you can experience through your TV is that sweet smell of the race gas. That is awesome.
Well, one would think that you can't, but I actually have a race gas fogger
Oh,
in my living room, and I crank that sucker on for every race.
now you're talking.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I think so.
You should make a perfume.
Yeah, there you go. We might be onto something here.
Yeah, the wife was like, she's like, God, I don't know if this was like in the dome. She's like, I don't know if I could handle that smell. And I'm like, that smell is amazing.
That is the sweetest smell ever. You know what? This is a sweet idea. We're gonna make a cologne. It's gonna be right up there with Sex Panther. It stings the nostrils.
Oh,
We got to come up with some better statistics, though. I don't think 60% of the time it's going to work every time.
No, it'll probably
It's
be
gonna have to
more
be a
like
little higher.
it'll be more like 300% of the time it works every time.
but yeah, it was pretty cool. The I was having like a small, would it be an anxiety attack? Like, it drives me nuts that practice starts at 12:30, but you can't get in at 12:30. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they start to open up the gate, so now you're just standing in line, and it's like, I want to go watch, and I know it's only practice, but the other couple that we went with, they were gonna go into the pits, and I'm like, hey, go into the pits. I'm going right to the track. So, but yeah, it was cool for sure. So I think like the smell, and then just seeing the stuff in person, and you guys know it's like TV doesn't do it any justice, but to like how big and like how steep the triples are, and like the landings on the triples, those guys, there's not really much room,
No.
as far as your landing pad. And so it was actually the first big triple that they'd hit, and then they went into that right-hander, and then it was like a single table, single table, single, and then it was the triple. Those guys were just having troubles in like the first practice, and I got this guy's name. It was I think it's Brian Foster. I don't think he made the night show, but it was 5:16. So like, it's like, I don't know if he was, well, what the fast line would be to hit the single out of the corner and then land on the backside of that first little table, and then you jump on and jump off. But some of the guys couldn't get that down, so they were dropping down, and there was like just wide open off that second little table. So he extended that triple like by another, I don't know, maybe 20, 25 feet. So it was quite the sight. He landed it, but then he rolled off the corner, grabbing his back, and laid there for a little bit. But he got up. He got up.
I thought it was kind of funny, Scott, going back to talking about how practice starts at 12:30, but they don't let you in.
Mm-hmm.
Brings me back to a few years ago and one of the worst hangovers of my life, waiting to get into St. Louis. And we're wandering around St. Louis, just wandering into random buildings that we probably weren't supposed to be in.
The worst part about those trips is we drive down there the night before or really early or whatever, show up at like noon, watch practice, and then from whenever it's over, I don't know, it's like 3 or something until 7 is the longest 4 hours ever.
Yep.
You can't sleep in a stadium very comfortably.
Well, that year that was the bus trip, and
Oh,
wow, 99 bananas and whatever else I drank that night did not do me any favors.
that was a good time though.
It was a good time. I'll never forget that trip and that crappy bus we had to ride on.
Ugh, sorry.
What happened there?
Oh man,
Sneeze?
I had to cough, so I tried to mute my mic quick. But yeah, man, I was having a pretty good time, and kind of keep talking about that same section because that's what was right in front of us. But there was and I haven't even been able to watch the races yet. So, but it's just like when they come into that corner, there was a good size rut by the end of like the 450 and even in the 250 main. But just having those guys, they come in and then, it's not like they're just hitting that jump straight either, They're kind of carving in and like seat bouncing, kind of going at it sideways to get up and over. It was, I don't know, I was having a good time watching.
Where were you sitting again exactly? I kind of missed that part.
So the first like official triple, they land off of that, and then they do the right-hander, and it's the pretty much the little section before the second triple. We were kind of right in that corner.
Uh-huh.
So like we couldn't really see the start or really the first turn, but we could see quite a bit of the other stuff, and then like the finish line when they crossed that was right in front of us. So but
So how do you like it? I mean, every race I've been to, I've kind of always, at the end of it, I wished I was watching it on TV.
no, I mean I thought it was great, stadium's pretty cool. The stuff out there is, I don't know, compared to maybe what I'm used to, everything's pretty expensive. And I know when we were walking up to the stadium, I seen one sign, it was $25 per hour to park. And then there was another one, it was $50 to park for the event, and like the guys sitting next to us, they're just, BSing with them, and they were having a good time, so they were drinking beers, and a beer, it was like $9.25 for a little beer. I'm like, that's too much. So
At any point, did the beer vendors run out of beer? Because that's what happened at the Minneapolis Supercross.
oh man, there was there was one guy, as soon as it started, like, he would stand up. And there's no reason to stand up, because you can clearly see without standing. But, like, he's trying to stand up, and he's all jacked up. And he made it a couple races, and then they left, and then I never saw him again. But yeah, when we were leaving, there was some chick that, one dude's holding one side up, and the other person's got the other side, and they got the jacket over her head, and it's just like, she was in rough shape.
Don't they know you're supposed to do your drinking the night before?
Ugh. But
Well, you're talking about, nine and a quarter beers. I mean, that's not all that far out of reality around here anyway. I mean, anybody that's been to a wild game lately knows that.
like I don't drink that much, but it was like, if I go out to supper or I'll have one, I was like, do I written that's too much for me. So
I've gotten to the point with, like, when I go to a restaurant or whatever, it's like, I can drink beer and pay for every one of them that I get, or I can get something else and get free refills. I'll go with the free refill.
Dungy and Ken Roxon officially know about the Talkin Moto podcast now.
Oh, yeah? A little meet and greet action?
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. So, yeah, we got them to sign. I made 2 hoodies on the way out.
I'm the one that did it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The boss lady just came in, and I have to make sure that everyone knows that she's the one that got them to sign it. So.
Well, obviously they're not going to sign it for you.
I know. Well, it's
So
like
I kind of assumed that.
Wait a minute. What do you mean you made 2 hoodies on the way out? Like, what, on the plane you made 2 hoodies? Or
He brought a sewing machine with him, and
I had time. We had 2 flights.
nice little layover?
Yeah.
A couple sweatshirts?
So, yeah, I just did 2 little the heat press, so it was pretty quick. But yeah, so, and then you gotta, like, I'm not one for standing in line, so it's like Stewart and Dungy and those guys, you had to, like, go at a certain time and get a ticket, and then they only gave out 100 tickets. So I think they only signed for like a half hour. So I think if you had a ticket, you were guaranteed them, at least to sign something. And then if there was any time left, then people that were just standing there waiting could get a signature. But yeah, so Amber gave him the hoodie and kind of gave him a quick little spiel and told him about District 23 and, all that cool stuff. So, but yeah, he signed it. So that was pretty cool.
Right on. I like it.
Yeah. I thought we talked about this too with Jackson, but because there was a guy that was running a 2-stroke in the 450 class. It was 474. I think his name was Jake Anstedt, I think is his name. But I was talking about it with another guy, and the payout, even if you make the night show and you don't make, the mains, the payout for the night show in the 450 class, that's still more than the 250 class, right?
As far as I know.
Because
I think that was Jackson's whole purpose, I think, right, of riding the class?
Well, because I thought you could ride a 2-stroke 250 in the 250 class, right?
I don't think they made that rule. I think they were talking about it. I don't think it ever came to fruition, though. I think MX, well, I don't know, I guess. I don't know how it works because that's AMA.
Fruition.
I know MX Sports was talking about putting that in place, but they never did.
But yeah, so we're just kind of going back and forth on that, and it's just like, well, yeah, you're giving up a lot, but I mean, if you can at least make the night show in the 450s, that's better than making it in the 250. So that's all I got on that. What'd you think of the quad again?
I thought that was a pretty, it was a pretty sweet job. It looked like it hurt when you cased it. I know that. Did you get to see that, Scotty, or not? I don't know if you saw Stewart case it.
Yeah, I saw Stewie case it, and then I just missed Hill did it, I think, in the last lap of his semi race. And then
He did a big one-hander off of it.
oh, dude, yeah, he hit that, and then he just caked that thing upside down over the one triple. But I don't know. It's like that guy. I think he even qualified. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I thought his qualifying was pretty good. And then, he comes out, wins the semi, and then it's just like main event. I don't even remember where he finished now. You guys know off the top of your head? Ninth. I mean, it's not horrible, but I don't know. I just thought maybe he'd be nice to have him be a little bit further up. But yeah, it's just like anything else. But for practice, I'm kind of skipping all over the place. And we're pretty much on the backside of that second triple. And the race it's over. Your practice is pretty much over. Kennard's running up to the last set of whoops before the finish line. And I don't know what the heck happened. He went maybe 5 or 6 whoops in. And all of a sudden it's just like he hit something and up over the handlebars he goes, and it's like crash.
Jeez, my phone's blowing up over here. Sorry, guys. I better turn that off.
Tone that thing down, cripes. We're trying to do a show here.
But I got a little care package from Mike with MB1 suspension when I came home today. So I guess I'm going to have to apologize to Mike because I literally got this like 6:30, But so we'll have to come up with something. But I have 1, 2, 3. I got three gift certificates for a free revalve, and then we got 2 gift cards for 35% on a suspension revalve and 20% on parts. So thanks to
Nice.
Mike at MB1 for sending that out, and I will try to get something done for. I don't know how we'll do that. Facebook, I think, is probably a good way to go. But
I would think that'd be the way to do it.
what else? Sorry, I got stuff written. I brought a little notepad and made little doodles the whole time.
I bet people wondered why you were taking notes in your crowd.
You're like those people that I make fun of when I go to Twins games and they got the scorecard in front of them.
Well, I figured I was guessing I wouldn't have time to rewatch the races, so I was like, oh, I need to throw something down and at least try to remember. What happened?
Oh, Jeff must have silenced his phone, and now it just sounds like a tugboat.
I was wondering if you could hear that. I can see the little rings going up from my name. It picks up sound, and I see them go.
I was thinking about this when I was out there. I'm starting to think that the Joe Gibbs team is cursed.
Oh my god!
Well,
The replacements went 17 and 21 or something.
Well, Nicoletti crashes. I think he crashed twice in the main. Why am my brain farting on the other guy? But he crashed. I think maybe it was Nicoletti. He wadded it up in practice, and I think he went down once or twice, I think, in the main. And then the other guy, and I'll find it, but he crashed too. So it's just like, I kind of got a little string of bad luck going on. What are you thinking, Jason?
the whole idea behind what they're doing there with, bringing guys not necessarily off the couch, but bringing guys in like that, it just doesn't work. I mean, you can't bring guys in for a weekend because the other guys are taking a weekend off and expect them to perform. And Phil, I mean, he's going out there giving it his all, and I mean, crashing like crazy, and I don't know how the guy's getting back up and riding. I mean, he's had some pretty gnarly wrecks this year, and I don't know how he just keeps going.
Yeah.
If he's got 9 lives, he's on about 20, I think, right now.
I think he's only got one more race in Supercross, so he might make it through that one alive.
He might.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to agree too. I mean, I think that's kind of a lot to ask for, especially just filling in or, coming in for a couple races. I mean, especially when everyone else, and granted, it's kind of thinning out a little bit with all the injuries, but yeah, I don't know what you can expect or what they're expecting, If it's maybe just, hey, get it in the main and then, do what you can, or if they're expecting them to, top 5, or hey, we want you to go win, and it's, I don't know.
Well, he almost won that semi, didn't he? After his crash in that heat race. Nicoletti, I mean. I know he was leading for a while because at one point, Ben LeMay was down and they thought it was him, and the announcers were all kinds of confused. He'd say, "Oh, Nicoletti's down. Wait, no, he's leading. Never mind."
No. Yeah, then he wadded that up. What? Oh. Okay, so I know Alessi did it and Stewart did it. They had kind of like the Seahawks colors, I guess, and kind of numbering thing for their jerseys and stuff. So obviously, RV being from Washington, they interviewed him and introduce him, and the place just lights up, right? Well, then it's Alessi's turn to get introduced, and I don't know. I mean, Yeah, he's done some kind of BS stuff and whatever, but I don't know. There was quite a few boos for the Alessi camp.
I would have stood up and booed for Villapoto. That would have been sweet to do that there.
Like, so like Alessi rolls around, we're not too far from us, and everyone's kind of booing and mixed, kind of crowd, and I I let everybody die down, and then I just started rooting for Alessi. That guy next to me is like, "You're not a effing Alessi fan, are you?" And I'm like, "Wow, I don't know. I just don't. I guess I didn't really care for all the Like I said, I know he's done some kind of shady stuff, I guess, but didn't really like the booze so much, I guess.
I probably would have been on that bandwagon.
The boozing.
The boozing.
Let's see.
Jason, how come you're so bold and italicized?
Well, it's kind of funny that you ask that. The reason it's funny is because I spent half the show last week trying to make it bold and italicized, and it wouldn't work, so I just completely gave up on it. Now this week I'm bold and italicized.
I don't know how that works.
Just
I wonder.
Just so everyone knows, Jason is yelling in the chat room.
Oh, I see what that is. You just click on the things. All right.
This is yelling. And we're gonna talk about this, but you have to be in the chat room to see it.
Hashtag. How'd you guys do on the fantasy picks?
I think you have to make fantasy picks. Is the problem there?
Did you do it, Jeff?
Yeah, I got first and second right. But I think from there I fell apart. I think everyone probably did because I don't think I guess, I don't know, maybe Dungy third was not a stupid move, but actually the top three, now that I think about it, were kind of predictable. I don't even know who got fourth and fifth, to be honest, off the top of my head. So
I had I was hoping Stewart would win. RV second, Dungy third, Roxon fourth, Tomac fifth, and then Alessi I had for 11. So obviously the first two are flipped around. Dungy, Tomac got fourth.
yeah,
And then I know for the wild card in 11th, that was
close.
Barsha got 5th. Pike got 11th.
Huh?
What?
Who is
Sure.
this?
I thought Blows got 11th, but I could be wrong. Oh, no.
Close got 12th.
Mike did get 11th. 12th was the wild card, though, wasn't it?
I think it was 11th. I thought I had I don't know. Oh God. Well, either way, I didn't get it.
I haven't come in. I figure if they didn't email me, I didn't do too good. I'm assuming they email the winner.
So okay, we got a few things and I'll go with this one because it just popped into my brain. So I know I kind of give Diana Dahlgren a kind of a hard time.
Miss Double D.
she
I'm not sure why you do that, but
So she actually does quite a bit of the stuff that you don't see on TV. So, but
We know she
was 11.
snowboards in her underwear.
I don't know. But yeah, they
I
had
actually got 63 points. I did pretty well. I got first, second, and fifth.
nice. Yeah, you kicked my ass.
God, if I wouldn't have picked such stupid picks for third and fourth, I'd look pretty good. I moved up to 2,600 in the standings. So
Nice.
I'm well out of anything.
Let's see. I know we kind of talked about this in past shows. So RV goes to the semi, and I'm assuming that out of that semi, he would have, what, ninth gate pick at best, right? 9 or 10?
Yeah.
4, however that works, whatever. And it's just like, I don't know. I was kind of ready to start throwing stuff when I seen he got the hole shot. Well, he didn't get the hole shot, but
yeah. Jason and I went to the races on Sunday and hadn't watched the race, and so we had no idea what was going on. And then our buddies were there, all antsy and anxious to talk about it like it was some awesome race. So we got the expectation in our heads, or I did anyway, that it was going to be a killer race. And I mean, the heat race, that 250 heat race, was probably one of the best ever. But other than that, there wasn't much going on.
yeah,
I guess the 250 main wasn't too bad, but
I was ready to throw stuff at that one too. But
Why do you want to throw stuff?
well, okay. Here's what angered me about. You want to go to the 250 class quick?
You do whatever you want.
All right.
let's go there.
I want to go ride bikes, but
I just want to know how in Supercross, in a 180-degree corner, how you let someone go around you on the outside. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah, and you just made me spit all over the place.
I'm like, what in the F is he doing? I'm like, how is it even possible? And then, I don't know if they showed it on TV, they land off that first triple, and I think there was kind of a lapper in the way, so he'll kind of, I don't know if he tried to go wide to get to his line or something, but then Anderson just ran it right underneath him and kind of, took his line away, and it's like, man, you got to know that guy's there. I don't know. Is that too much bench racing? Am I getting too into it?
No, not at all. I'm pretty sure that's what we get paid to do.
That's right.
Wait a minute. We get paid?
Jeff don't get paid, Jason.
Oh, I gotta stop talking like that. God.
But but yeah, and then it's like that was on the other side that he went around the outside, and I'm like, why is that happening? But whoa.
I don't want to burst into your Moto Talk show.
Yep.
But I just discovered that there's an extended version of the Deanna Dahlgren snowboarding video on YouTube, and it is 3.5 minutes long, and that's about 3 minutes and 20 seconds too long.
Or 3 minutes and 20 seconds, not long enough.
I posted the link in the chat room.
Yeah, we noticed.
How does Jessica cross out her? I don't know.
Oh, you just make it so it puts a line through it.
Oh, you can do that in the thing too. Jeez. This art easel is.
We're getting awfully creative here. Or not enough.
That's okay. Did they show Champion colliding with that guy in midair on the triple? That would have been...
Is that the main?
No, that would have been, I believe, Heat 2 of the 250s.
I am drawing a blank.
He went on to win the LCQ. I know that, I guess. I don't know. I don't remember seeing it. There were some pretty wicked crashes in those 250 heats, but I didn't see any off the triple, I guess.
Yeah, it would have been first lap. I don't know who he collided with, but yeah, it was like they obviously hit the jump, and it was like right before they landed. It's just like he kind of hit his back wheel and kind of, tipped over, I guess you could say. So, but yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, there were Heat 1. I think there were yard sailing too. But I know Malcolm and Osborne, I think they had a pretty good battle in the heat too. Then Wilson won.
Yeah, that was pretty funny watching that back and forth exchange. The only thing that they didn't show Osborne getting back by him the last time, so that was kind of a bummer. But
Oh, that was sketchy. Those two racing.
I hate when they cut. Yeah, they were they were pulling some pretty funny moves.
Oh,
That move off that when they both doubled the triple, and then Osborne just aired out the single at the end of it. It looked like if Malcolm would have cut under, he would have went right underneath Osborne.
landed on him. Yeah.
Just super sketchy.
Well, yeah, because like I said, that was right in front of us, but then they make that turn, and then I think, I don't know, the one ran it in on the other, so they kind of got off rhythm, and Zach just launched the thing, and it was like, he's all squirrely, front end, way high. It's like, So
I don't know how you launch that like that and make that corner.
Well, he went all the way to the left side of the track, I think. If I remember right.
I know, but still, I mean, that was downright impressive.
Bruh.
If I did it, I'd have been straight out through the tough blocks.
Well, that's why you're not racing Supercross.
Oh, is that the only reason?
That's the number one reason. Right?
Ay.
Someone asked me over the weekend if I'd jump the triple.
On a Supercross track?
No, just some guy. I don't know how we got talking about it, but he asked me, and I told him something that I race motocross or whatever, and he's like, "Oh, well, he knows nothing about dirt bikes at all. I mean, he knows there's triples, I guess, but then he says, well, what class do you ride?" And I'm like, "Well, what do you mean? I mean, there's like 40 of them or whatever, and not one of them are going to mean anything to you." So, but I tell him I run B class. I usually run in the the plus 25 or the vet group, and then he asked me if I'd like do the triples. I'm pretty sure the only thing this guy knows about dirt bikes is what he's seen on TV. I'm sure he has no idea that there's local tracks, and yes, there are triples, but they're not all Supercross triples.
It was during our favorite hillbilly event in Farmington, cleanup days.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Was there, like...
If you ever want to feel really good about yourself, just go hang out in Farmington on their cleanup day.
Yep.
The Friday night before.
Okay, now... I hope this doesn't come across as a little racy, but obviously you guys know where I used to work, so I used to pick all that crap up.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget this. So, like, we're picking up all these piles, and then you obviously have people that are, like, driving through and picking stuff up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this guy, he runs up, and he opens up like a child like scooter thing, and he like opens it up, puts it on the ground, and kind of pushes it back and forth, and then he like looks over at the van, which has a ton of people in it, and they're like, telling him if he should take it or leave it, and then they're like, bring it here. So then he runs it over to the van.
A couple of years ago, I had an old like plastic gang box from the back of a tool or a back of a pickup sitting out, and there was a bottle of Captain in there. I mean, there was probably like half of it left, and that bottle of Captain was probably 3 or 4 years old. And it was in there with a bunch of other junk, and we're sitting in my garage watching as this guy comes up. He's digging through the toolbox, and he picks up this bottle of Captain and takes it over to his truck and drives away with it. But this year, I saw it for the first time. There were two guys wheeling and dealing right at the end of my driveway. One guy had a lawnmower that the other guy wanted, and the other guy had a toolbox that he wanted, and they were making a trade right in the middle of the street.
Jesus.
That's like currency to those guys.
Oh, like Jeff said, we could have made a reality show in the hood on Friday night.
I did get confirmation, Jason, that bike is only worth about $40. So
Oh,
good thing you didn't offer him 100 right there.
darn it. I wasn't going to offer more than 10. I'm disappointed I didn't get rid of that dirt bike I wanted to get rid of.
We're gonna tie that thing to a tree, like that video.
Oh, we got to make it run first.
Yeah, it's overrated.
It's not going to do anything if we don't do that.
So, Scotty, how'd the contest go?
For the giveaway?
Yeah, how'd we do?
Well, I don't know if this is Facebook being weird or someone deleted their comments. Because last time I checked, we had 50. And then now it says that we only have like 47.
Oh, what the hell?
But so somewhere we're gonna have to find a number between 1 and 47, and that'll be our winner, I think.
Cool.
But I don't know. I thought it was cool. We got, a few likes. What did it get? Like 700 and some potential views, I think. 723. So that's pretty cool.
I always think it's kind of funny when you do something like that. Like I was going through and just reading the comments that people make. It's pretty funny what people come up with. You have everything from people saying, why we should give them the tickets to just random crap that somebody just thinks up at the last second. It's entertaining.
It is. I'm actually, we got a me. What else we got that was funny? This broke Moto dad could really use some freebies. So, but yeah, so we'll figure that out, and then we'll post it up on Facebook who the winner is. Did Caleb go riding this weekend?
Barely.
Was he rocking some new gloves? Or he didn't want
He
to?
was.
He was, yes.
He wore them. He didn't. I don't think he wore them when he was riding, but he was wearing them at one point.
So Matt from Plainview. I don't know that everyone got theirs yet, but if you haven't got them, you should be getting them shortly.
I'm pretty sure everybody has them.
Cool. What? Okay, Jeff. What happened? You didn't get your plastic in time?
Yeah, well, I screwed around and I tried to order. My plan was to order my plastics from Dennis Turk and get the graphics put on before the weekend, but I ended up Dennis Turk didn't have the right color scheme for my bike. So then I thought, I'll just go up to Bob's on Thursday and pick up what I need, and assuming they'd have what I needed, and of course they didn't have the radiator shrouds, so I ended up just getting the number plates and getting those put on. So at least I had a number. There was a lot of people at the races that had electrical tape and or X's, or no numbers. So.
Nice.
But it was a good thing I didn't decide to deck it all out, because anything you brought to Kellogg basically came home trash.
Yeah, I pretty much destroyed a brand new set of gear.
And that's like thick, heavy mud, right?
It's the worst kind of mud. It's hard to describe it unless you've actually touched it. It's the kind of stuff where when you pull a big old clump off your bike and it's setting on the ground and you walk over it, you step on it, and your entire boot picks up the entire pile of mud.
Yeah.
Because it only adheres to dirt bikes and or gear and
Yes.
boots.
And that's
it doesn't adhere to tires very well.
That's a scientific fact.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. I mean, it's basically if you were to mix peanut butter with ready mix, that's basically kind of how it goes. Whatever you do, don't let it dry.
Mm-hmm. I was looking at the pictures from 2009, and it was the same type of thing. Jess just said hers was clean because she was up front.
Yeah.
I remember that bike coming back to the line after your moto, Jess, and it was not very clean.
was just gonna say I disagree with the fact that that was clean.
I was I felt for Jason because my bike had to be 40 pounds lighter right at the start of that race.
Did it get better, or did it rain later? Because did you say they canceled second motos?
Yeah, well, it actually, so I think the track was pretty good, like probably, I don't know, halfway through the first motos, it was pretty good. And then it rained for what, like probably 5 minutes. It rained pretty hard, and the track was so packed in at that point that the rain just basically sat there and turned into really sloppy. And then it quit, and it never really recovered. From there, it just started raining a little bit later, and it just got so bad you couldn't hardly make it around the track. So, but for like probably a brief half hour or so, the track, maybe an hour, the track was pretty good.
And that was it.
But that was what we were the 11th race, and I thought that the track was the best it had been, and it rained shortly after that. So
Yeah, I was just starting to get my hopes up about second motos, and then it started raining. I was like, oh crap! And after that, it was 4 laps of hell. I did a really nice job of being in 4th place, and everybody but Jeff in front of me went down, which would have gotten me 2nd overall, and then I screwed it up and gave it back to him. Ended up 4th.
Was there decent turnout or so?
it's probably the worst turnout I've seen in a long time. But
Yeah, it wasn't. The weather was doing nobody any favors. I mean, it wasn't just the rain, it was cold, and it was just the unpredictability. Nobody knew what was going to happen. So it's rough deal all the way around, but that's racing in April in Minnesota, unfortunately.
Right. Yeah, especially with, Saturday getting rained out. It's probably not going to be the greatest.
Yeah.
And then when you get more moisture on there. Did they show on TV Anderson getting mad after he crossed the finish line in the main?
I guess I don't remember it.
I don't know if there was some lapper that got in his way or something, but like he lands off the jump or the finish line and throws his arm like what the hell? And then the other guy said something back, but I didn't, like I said, I haven't been able to watch it, but I don't know. What Anderson, oh, that was the other thing too. So he jumps and he goes off the track. So if you are, I know you can't advance a position, but I don't know. I just thought it was kind of weird because he goes off the track and let's say he's 6 bike lengths back. I mean, he motored down the plywood on the other side by that other triple, and then he hops back in, right behind, I don't know if that was Wilson at that time. It might have been Wilson. But it's like, I don't know. Maybe you can do that as long as you don't advance.
Yeah, as long as you don't advance, you're fine.
Dang rules. And then Wilson did it a bunch of times, so I don't know if it was just like slippery in front of that first triple, but I know he missed that triple a couple times. I know in the main, and I think he might have even, maybe that was practice or I know he missed it a couple times, but like I said, I don't know if it was just washing out on him or they were all trying to go to the inside and there was a rut. I couldn't see it from where we were at.
the only person that Anderson could be mad at after that race is himself, because he was pretty ragged out there.
Raggedy Anderson?
that pretty much describes his riding style too. 'Cause he
It
just
really
looks like
does, man.
he's working really hard to go that fast.
He was. I mean, I guess I don't know if it's just because I paid more attention to him this time, or if he just got more TV time, or what. But I mean, I've always thought that the guy looks like he works so hard, but holy crap, was he just giving her this weekend? I mean, it was pretty tiring to watch him, and sketchy too. I don't remember him being so sketchy before.
Yeah, there was like that rhythm section with that single to table and then the on-off table after it, and he was going through it like it was a damn whoop section.
Yeah.
It was just hilarious watching him go through there. And he somehow he's been riding like that all year and kept it together for the most part.
Yeah, it was pretty funny too, and sitting there watching practice, and I think Wilson had fastest lap, what is it, 10 minutes or whatever. So I think he had it pretty much the whole time, and then the last lap, Wilson threw it, or Anderson threw a heater at him and then nabbed it. And then
Speaking of Wilson, what is his problem? You think? I mean, the dude has crashed in. I'm trying to think if maybe he's just trying way too hard to beat those guys. Like he feels like he has to beat them to prove a point. But he seems to make a lot of mistakes.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe he just needs to be done with that class. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe Supercross isn't his thing. Well, he's got a motocross title, so
he's too busy with his side job selling fertilizer and grass seed. Seed it.
That's horrible.
It's better than mushmouth.
Oh, shoot. Ugh, I'm dying.
Don't die.
Jason's in charge.
Don't die. Oh,
Why
that is a
Jason?
terrible idea.
Okay, Jeff, you're in charge.
I hereby hand it over to
I don't
Jeff.
want to be in charge.
Well, what else? Sorry, I'm kind of pretty much scatterbrained. It's been, well, when we left, it was pretty cool because we left at 6 in the morning, flew to Denver, and then we flew to Seattle. So with all that flying and the time changes, it was like 10 or 11 o'clock when we got out there. But then...
Are you now a member of the Mile High Club?
No.
Oh. Boo.
Boo.
He'll tell us the real answer after the show.
So, yeah, at least lie to us.
Humor us a little.
Can you guys hear my clock going off or not?
Yeah, just barely.
But then, like, this morning, we left at 6 again. But now we're losing hours or whatever coming back. So we left at 6, but it was like 1:30 when our plane landed. So
You needed to get that sucker up to 88 and throw a little plutonium in her. Get struck by lightning, and you'd been back last week.
it was pretty funny. So we're driving around, and like, okay, so this is quite the little scam that they have out there. So we had a rental car, right? And it was like a Festiva or whatever it is, or a Ford Focus. One of the two that's what we were supposed to have. And the guy's like, "Oh, we'll give you a good deal on BMW." And it's like an extra normally it's $168 extra a day to have this Beamer. I'm like, nah, we're good, But we ended up upgrading because I think it's kind of weird. Our paperwork says we should have a Focus, But you're telling me we don't have any yet. We reserved one. So.
What that guy wasn't telling you is that BMW wasn't his.
Yeah.
When you put that accent in there, I'm picturing the parking attendant from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Well, I'm pretty sure you didn't go to a reputable rental car company.
It was
on BMW.
It's just a guy standing on the side of the street. I rent you a BMW.
Give me
Hang
credit.
on, what color is it? I don't know. Let me go get it.
Give me
Let me go see what's around the corner.
give me credit card. But so yeah, like we're driving around and like some of those hills out there in like the downtown have like 18% grade. And it's just funny driving down that and then watching people walk down that. And then they said back in the good old days it was like 45% was the grade out there. So, but it was good. Good time.
Fun.
Lots of bums out there, if you ever make it out there.
Sweet, my kind of territory.
What was the weather like for you? Was it warm?
Oh, dude, it was awesome. The whole time. It was, well, I mean, it was nice during the day, like 50s, 60s during the day, and like Saturday night, it got kind of chilly, just at night, but I think it was close to like 70 on Sunday. So, and then we're in a little bus going to the airport this morning, and the guy gets on the walkie-talkie thing, and he's like, hope you enjoyed your stay in Seattle, and if anybody asks, he said, tell them it rained every day. I'm like, oh, okay. So, but it was a good time. You guys want to hit up the commercial?
Okay.
Get something to drink? Go to the bathroom?
Yeah. I gotta go turn some lights on. It's awfully dark in this house.
All right.
We'll be right back. It's dark.
What?
It's always dark in your house, I think, isn't it?
Oh, I know, but it's really, really... I don't even have the TV on, so...
Whoa. All right, here we go. Hey, what is going on, everybody? I just want to say thank you to everyone out there that's been supporting the Talkin Moto podcast. It has been amazing. We have a great group of guys. We have an awesome list of sponsors. So please keep sharing, keep liking, keep spreading the word about the Talkin Moto podcast. And I hope you're enjoying the show. A special thanks to Motokazi.com. Motokazi holds AMA District 23 sanctioned races at both Kellogg and Mankato, as well as hosts the Motokazi Supercross Championship Series, which is all over Minnesota, Iowa, and Wisconsin. They also have organized practice at Kellogg, Jordan, and at Mankato, as well as offer race schools, so you can get all tuned in on all your riding techniques. Make sure to check out Motokazi.com for more details. We would like to thank Mike from MB1 Suspension. Based out of Corona, California, they offer suspension, engine, and coating services. Please give them a call today at 951-371-5045 or check them out online at mb1suspension.com and make sure to tell them that you heard about them from us on the Talkin Moto podcast. Hey, we got Andy and Chad from The Open Mic. It's a weekly comedy podcast, and they talk about anything and everything, and they usually do. I've been on the podcast a few times, and it is a good time for sure. It's Friday nights, 8 p.m. Central. It's available on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher. There's more information available online at theopenmicpodcast.com. Pro Action by FTM is one of our many great sponsors. FTM offers support to you, the rider, trackside, so when you need it the most, FTM is there for you. Not only do they offer great suspension work, but they also have many other great bike parts and accessories to help you out on the track. So make sure to check them out today at finetune.com. The Talkin Moto podcast is proud to announce that they've teamed up with Plainview Powersports. Plainview Powersports is your Kawasaki motorcycle, ATV, and side-by-side headquarters. Located in Plainview, Minnesota, you can reach them at 507-534-3520 or check them out online at plainview-powersports.com. All right, thanks everyone for listening to us on the Talkin Moto podcast. We really appreciate it. If you can, go on to our website, talkinmoto.com. Support those that are supporting us. Everyone's link is up on the website. We're on Stitcher, we're on iTunes, we're on SoundCloud. Everything gets posted up on YouTube. So please give us a like, share, subscribe, and I hope you're enjoying the show. So let's get back to it. Back to it. Is everybody back?
That was the shortest commercial ever.
I know. So, I am on the District 23 website, armca.org.
It's fun to stay at the armca.org.
Whoa.
Wow.
That was really off the cuff there. I did not rehearse that one bit.
Jeff, don't ever do that again. I'm just kidding.
I can get a third tap.
At least warn me next time.
Warning, listening to the show if you occasionally don't want to hear me sing something.
That's the first time I've ever heard you sing something.
Well, I know, but
aside from karaoke.
Okay.
I wouldn't have called that singing, Jason.
I didn't call it singing.
Okay, so no one's racing this weekend.
No, but plan to do some riding.
Where are you gonna go riding?
I intend to. My tentative plan for the weekend is to hit up Kellogg on Saturday for an open practice, and then go spend Saturday night with my parents who don't live too far away, and then hit up Meadow Valley on Sunday.
Nice. And then that'd probably be a good thing. Are people posting on your Northland MX yet?
Oh yeah, we're getting some posts on there. Seems like a couple new members every day, so that's cool.
Nice. Are you guys gonna are you gonna try to race every weekend, Jason and Jeff?
Oh, I don't know about every weekend, but
I think my plan at this point is to run the Motokazi series and then probably do some a lot of Meadow Valley.
Nice. Yeah, because
pretty much the same plan I have every year.
Because Kellogg is at the end of the month. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm not sure when the next Kellogg is. Someone remind me.
2 weeks.
Yeah. April 27th.
Oh, perfect.
I have my schedule right in front of me.
Good. I just ordered my stuff from BTO today for the my plastics, and I ordered some new tie downs. So I'm all set.
Nick, can I get my graphics, please? Thank you.
Who?
Nick.
Oh, speaking of that, yeah, I was gonna say I got my graphics last Monday, and they turned out awesome, Scotty. So thanks for that, and thanks to Nick for pumping them out so fast. And I'm super happy with what I've got so far. Hopefully, I'll have the rest of them done, and the bike will be looking good for a nice dry race.
Did you just do the number plates, Jason? Did you get the rear fender on and all that other stuff?
What?
Oh, Jeff. Oh, God.
Yeah, no,
I don't have anything.
I just did the number plates at this point because that's all I had for new plastics, and that was my main thing was to get some numbers on there so that people knew who I was. I was sick and tired of someone actually. You're number 17, and I'm like, no, that's got to change right now. So I ran those numbers for way too long.
Yes, you did. Brr.
So we got them swapped out, and I look good again. So
Let's see. Sorry, boys. I don't have much tonight.
I think you did a pretty good job of filling the first hour.
Yeah.
I got a couple things I can touch on here.
Letterbuck.
All right. Let me find my sheet of paper in my stack here. It's just had me looking at my extremely full calendar again. I need a duplicate of me until middle of August. First up, kind of a cool deal here. I don't know. A lot of Motokazi people anyway will know Luke Radens. Had a pretty bad crash over the winter down in Texas. Spent some time in intensive care, and of course everybody knows how quickly the old medical bills add up when you're doing that. But found out today on Facebook they're doing a benefit for Luke down in Mankato. It is Saturday, May 17th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Unique Specialty in Cars. The address and everything is on the Facebook post. I shared it on Northland MX, so check that out. Sounds like a pretty cool deal. Classic cars, motorcycles. Basically sounds like anything that you want to put in that show, you can put in there for a small fee. They're going to have lunch. They're going to have Culver's root beer floats, silent auction, and all sorts of fun stuff going on. So if you're down there and you're in the area, definitely plan on showing up for that. Luke is an awesome kid. His whole family is awesome. I've been to a few races with them, and I tell you what, there's nobody at the track like these guys. I mean, if you need anything from parts for your bike or quad, or if you forgot some gear at home, I mean, their trailer is just stocked full of everything, and they're always willing to help you out. They've always fed me anytime I've been around. So just an awesome family. Tough deal for Luke, and everybody check out the post on Northland MX and support that.
Now, is I just seen you post that before we got going. So is everything gonna be okay, or?
As far as I know, tell you the truth, I haven't talked to Luke or anybody for a long time. I saw that this had happened over the winter, and I'm not 100% sure on his condition. I think he's doing better, but that's about all I know.
I believe I read that he will make a full recovery, but it said on the when I clicked the link.
Cool. Yeah, we'll get something on the website too.
Yeah, for sure. And unfortunately, that's one of the weekends that on my schedule is jam-packed full of racing. So I don't know if I'm going to make it down there, but if at all possible, I will. So.
What is this? Load computer. Oh, I'll have to. I'll let my brother know. Maybe he can run down there with the car show.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not too far. From...
If I wasn't planning on racing that weekend, it's not really a classic, but I'd polish up the bike and bring it down there and pay the fee to throw it in. What the hell?
Heck yeah.
The Moto van would fit right in.
That's a showstopper right there.
It really is.
I'm actually searching for one of my own currently. So if anyone has a Moto van for sale, sell it to me right now.
Or give it.
Yes. I should have clarified. I don't have any money, but I want to pay it.
He will do favors for you.
Yeah, just build them an entertainment center
Oh, okay.
or something.
What if they don't need one? If you've
Build-
seen my garage, you'd realize that nothing can be built. So,
Oh, heck.
Another thing I got here that's kind of cool. I don't know how much it's gotten out, but apparently we're throwing together another kind of Moto weekend get-together up at Staples this summer. Calling it MotoFest 2014 up at Moto City Raceway, July 12th and 13th. From what the info I have anyway, and feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but $20, 2 days of riding on 2 different tracks. They'll have the main track open and the vet track open, and go up there for a weekend of camping and riding. And unfortunately, that's another weekend that I plan on racing somewhere else, so I don't know if I'm going to make it to that one either, but it sounds like a good time.
what is this now? This is like a...
It's looking to me like kind of a Motopalooza type of deal. This is another thing I just saw today. I got invited to it and didn't really have a whole lot of time to look into it. I know this has been in the works for a couple weeks, but
Come on, Cadlex. How come I haven't been invited to it?
as usual, I'm kind of winging it here and threw this stuff together at the last second. So
Well, check out Moto City then, and I enjoy getting... It's a little family reunion for me when I get up there. I can see my brother usually. And
that's another post that I'm pretty sure I shared on Northland MX, so you can check it out there.
Whoa.
And for everyone listening, you should probably tell your friends to come racing when there's races, because it really sucks when there's no one at the races.
Yeah, you really should. Because even when the weather's crappy, we have a good time.
No, I don't. I mean,
Oh.
it was miserable weather-wise, but
Unless you're hanging around me, I tend to bring down everybody. But
you were only crabby for like 30 seconds.
I feel like I get over it pretty quick. But in the future, especially Caleb, keep your smart-ass comments to yourself until like 5 minutes after I get off the track.
Do they need to like throw Snickers at you? Get you to calm down?
No, I just really need to be left alone.
That's hard to do when everyone is at your pit area, in your bed.
I know. And I come back and my toolbox is scattered all over the back of the van, and what I want to use isn't available. It's really no big deal, but at the moment it kind of fires me up. It's like, ah!
Oh, man. That's awesome.
I have a temper, okay? A short fuse, if you will.
I was walking on eggshells.
Everybody was.
It's frustrating when you want to come back and talk about how awesome the race went when you won it, and you don't want to get punched in the face.
Oh well, like I said, I get over it pretty fast, I think.
So then, so yeah, you guys race both. You're just doing vet, right? Or plus, that'd be plus 30?
We do plus 30 and plus 25.
Nice.
Got to school the younger guys too, you know.
We got some new blood coming into the plus 25 class this year, so
Yeah.
should be fun.
Yeah, no, I always liked, I used to do 2 for a while, but then I just kind of quit doing 2 and then just did the plus 25. And yeah, there's more downtime, but I don't know. I liked it, I guess. Oh, shoot.
There wasn't much downtime. We were done racing by like 1:30, so.
Yeah,
Racing through class Autokazi event's about perfect because they fly through the order there.
It was kind of funny. We hung around for a while afterwards just to try to get a spot at the water spigot so we could wash our bikes before they turned into concrete. And we get all done washing. I felt like I spent an hour washing my bike, and
You did.
Jeff Jeff's sitting there watching me while it's raining. He finally gets around to doing his, and I'm loading stuff up, and he gets done, and we finally get all loaded up and everything, and I look at my phone, and it's 2:20. I'm like, I could have sworn it was 5 o'clock.
Then, so then you got done early. Get home early.
Get home early and get back and try to stay awake watching the DVR'd version of Supercross.
Yeah, I'll have to watch it. See what I can see. But this could be a short one, fellas.
Why?
I don't know. I feel
Story of my life.
Why?
I'm just kind of rambling.
So, keep rambling.
What,
You got something you want to go do, don't you?
No. Dude, we've been up since 2:30.
I don't care. It's a terrible excuse.
Trying to think what I could share with what we all did out there. Oh, I went backwards on a couple one-ways a few times.
Never a good idea in a Focus or a Fiesta or Festiva or
Oh,
Yugo
dude, no.
or whatever it was you were driving.
We were in Chevy Equinox, I believe.
Oh boy.
It's kind of nice.
Wow. High roller.
Yeah. Yep. Look out.
I got a funny story if you guys want to hear something completely unmoto related.
A funny little anecdote.
I don't know if it's even it's not funny, I guess, so that was probably not true, but it's an interesting story maybe. So I'm not sure how it does it, but on the new Facebook app on your phone, like every time I go to it, the second thing down in my newsfeed is of people you might know. And then I can slide it to the left, or to the right or whatever, and see a whole bunch of people that I might know.
Slide to the left. Slide
And so
to the right.
I'm sliding through these people, and the first few I know, I recognize them. They're friends from school or whatever. They're not really friends, but people from school. And as you keep going, the people get more and more obscure. And I come across this woman, and I have no idea who she is, but I have like 26 mutual friends. And I swear to God, there's a picture of her hugging my dad. And the picture, she's hugging an old guy in a hospital bed. And, he's frail looking and pretty similar to what my dad looked like at times when he was sick in the hospital. And I'm driving home while I'm doing this, so I'm in the car Facebooking, which I don't recommend. But, and I'm trying to get a good look at him. It's like 2:30 this afternoon when I'm driving home. I left work early. And I'm like trying to look at this picture. I'm like, that's my dad. I swear to God, it's my dad. And this person, I have no idea who it is. And I just keep looking at the picture, and I'm so confused by it because I just couldn't believe the resemblance. And I get home, and I pull it up on my thing, and the woman's from Texas. And all of my mutual friends are, all of them are riders, so she's obviously in the moto community somehow. But I show it to my wife, and she's like, "Oh my God, it looks." And then I show it to my son, and he's like, "That is Grandpa Scott." And it blows me away. I even texted the picture to my little brother, and he goes, "That's just creepy. He looks just like him." And I don't know if anyone listening knows her, but her name's Carolyn Knight, and apparently it's her dad because I read the comments. But my wife thinks that maybe my dad had some illegitimate kids or something. I don't know.
Oh boy.
But it was just a weird story, and my wife, of course, she's kind of a, I don't know, she's like me just a little bit. She goes, "You know what that is?" I'm like, "What?" And I knew what she was going to say. She's like, "That's your dad letting you know he's still out there." I'm like, "Whatever, you weirdo." So, anyway, I thought that was an interesting little chain of events. I almost want to friend her and just say, "Hey, your dad looks exactly like my dad, you creeper." So, that's my story.
I
I don't know how much you guys believe in that crap. I don't believe in it at all, but I just think it's extremely weird. And I will show you the picture, Jason, when I see you, because, or you could just Google Carol or Facebook Carolyn Knight, spelled Knight. But
Maybe I should scroll to the left. Maybe she's on mine too.
you probably do have her because all the friends that are mutual with her are like Zach Williams, I know, and a bunch of the guys that ride and stuff are friends with her. So she's from Texas and apparently has kids that ride or something. So very strange turn of events on my ride home.
Very
And it's
good.
interesting it happened on my ride home because that's typically when I talk to my dad. Like every single day I would call him on my ride home because he was retired with nothing to do. I had nothing to do for 40 minutes. So
That's when I call Scott. It's on my drive home from work.
No.
What?
I'm trying to. I'm looking at what Jeff's talking about, and mine are all girls now. I've been kind of Facebook whoring it the last couple days.
yeah, I've been known to do that lately. I've been hitting up some people that I used to have a rule about Facebook about being friends with people that I was actually friends with, and now I've started to open it up to just basically people that ride or listen to the show, and it's not all like real close friends anymore.
It's all part of being a superstar.
Yeah, I got to open up a little bit. I might get so famous here that I have to get a separate Facebook account for my public persona, and then a private one for.
Yeah, you need a fan page.
Here you go. I need someone to manage my fan page. So if you guys know anyone,
I will manage your fan page for $55,000 a year.
is that all?
That's all.
Scott, I need $55,000 a year or I quit.
Nice. Done.
Awesome. No work tomorrow.
I need to. Let me get onto my Twitter. I sent Twitter out and I didn't get a response.
Oh God. Scott, I don't know if because you and Jeff were together while I was on the toilet before the show. I don't know if he told you or not, but I stopped by Plainview Power Sports Saturday morning, killing some time. Did a little meet and greet. Met Matt. I had met him before, but never really BS'd with him. Ended up spending 2 hours there. I don't know how I did that, but it was pretty cool. Met some more people and had some people comment on seeing the van out front, and that's why they stopped by. So to everybody that stopped in and said hi, and the people that stopped and said hi at the track and told us they listened to us, thanks everybody. It was pretty awesome. I did a terrible job of giving some of the stuff away that we have because everybody that talked to us about listening to us at the track, we were standing in line or in staging waiting to go race, and of course I didn't have any of that stuff with me. So from now on, guys, you see me at the track, come over to the van. We got stickers and all sorts of fun stuff to give away. So
Nice.
It's been dubbed the Talkin Moto van now. It's got some big old stickers on it.
yes, it does.
I heard someone call it that.
Even Lee Tice tweeted a pic of my van this week.
Nice.
I think because he liked the custom Moto Kazi stickers I got rocking on there now.
When was our okay? So I did this last Wednesday. Actually, I was driving and I come across the guy in the lane right next to me, and I was trying not to be a creeper, but I took a photo of his license plate. It was it said Fro1 on it.
I saw that.
Yeah. So then I tweeted that to Emick, and actually he responded back, so that was pretty cool. But it was kind of a crappy photo, so he just kind of was like, laughing. He's like, "Oh, what state was that from?" And then I told him, and then I never heard back. That's
You
okay.
didn't try to get him on the Talkin Moto podcast, did you?
Yeah, he's hating.
You should probably stop doing that while you're driving.
I wasn't. I was at a light. I was not moving.
At least he wasn't Facebooking.
It's true.
Why?
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I'm just gonna say, for those people that heard my story and thought big damn deal, my dad passed away about 4 months ago, so that's what makes that story significant more than anything. And I might have left that out.
Duly noted. Let me write that down here. Jeff is not crazy.
I'm not a
Or is he?
Well, that was the sound of crickets.
Jeff was rocking the Talkin Moto fender arches this weekend too, as was Caleb, I believe. Those got some comments, and if you guys swing by the van, I have more of those. So
So
wash my bike and lube my chain for me. I might give you a set.
that seems fair.
You wouldn't let anyone wash your bike.
Huh?
You wouldn't let anyone wash your bike.
That's true.
You'd have to just do it after they were done.
Good point. Jess did offer to wash my bike this week, and I said no. It's mine. It's my baby.
I know on whoa, wow. We had talked about this, I think, off air, but Andy and Chad from that Open Mic podcast, they want to do something next week. So, but the only thing is, well, I just remembered that I have a work thing on Monday,
Oh,
and Mondays don't work for them.
this goes under category programming note.
So I don't know if because it sounded like you guys wanted to get in on that too. So I was thinking maybe just doing it on Tuesday.
It's fine. Whatever.
So it's definitely going to be well, probably like what we got going on right now. Just kind of rambling. Some non-moto stuff maybe. But
Doesn't matter. Our loyal fans will listen to whatever we say. Right, guys?
guys,
That's when you can cue the crickets.
cueing the crickets. Oh, shoot. But
I picture like some kind of small electronic like robot cricket when you make that sound, like something that somebody engineered.
Is that the Google Hangouts cricket?
yeah.
Yeah, it's not really very cricket.
How do you do crickets on Google Hangouts?
You see my sweet tire hat and my mustache?
Well, yeah, but I don't understand where all that comes from.
Oh, it's the wonderful world of Google.
How do you do that?
Whoa. Whoa.
That was not a Google Hangouts dog. I know that bark. That dog barks at me whenever I'm around.
I think the other thing too, and I don't know, I got it in on the chat room right now, is we have the Stitcher and the iTunes. So if you guys want to go back, I should be able to get this uploaded tomorrow. So if you guys want to download it or do whatever, be awesome.
Yeah.
I think we're getting, I'm trying to look right now. I know our SoundCloud was getting some good listens. If my computer would work. Yeah, like today, 15 plays today.
Wow.
So,
That's significant. I mean, 14 of those were me, but
oh, so we got one new listener.
I just love the sound of my own voice.
So we got some guy in a crotch rocket giving us a follow. So we'll follow him back.
Cool. Very cool.
But yeah, so Chad and those guys will probably do that next week. Next Tuesday. Probably try to stick to the same time, I think. But yeah, those guys are pretty good. I don't know how much they know about racing. I took Andy to the arena cross, so he's got the concept of the dirt biking down. So, but I don't know what Chad has, if he's seen or gone to anything. And then, Jason, I seen, what did you get for the Team Moto Kazi? Because that was on the 10th, right? That was a couple days ago they announced all that.
Yeah,
So,
we are Motokazi privateer riders,
nice.
bringing up the lower echelon of the group.
Yeah.
But everybody knows that's where the cool kids hang out.
But yeah, I ended up, I just finished and uploaded the Moto Kazi that mail out thing that you guys get. It's got the poster on the one side and then all the info on the back.
Mm-hmm.
So I would assume those should be coming out fairly quickly. So
Cool.
I didn't talk to Lee about putting a Talkin Moto one on there.
Aw, what were you thinking?
I know.
Who's running this operation anyway?
Not me. Where's Jeff at?
I don't know.
I had to mute myself for a short time because my dog was going ballistic.
He had to mute his dog.
She doesn't respond to mute.
Mute.
I'm trying to see if we got anything. I got 8 downloads on Stitcher.
Sweet.
So yeah, I don't know. It was a good time out there. Just everything is, I don't know. I think it's just a little bit more expensive than I guess that I want to pay. But it was good to get away and good to be home.
That's how I feel every time I go on vacation. I usually didn't get home.
Yeah.
I view it that way.
But no, we did yesterday, so Sunday, we just kind of started driving around and we kind of went north from Seattle and we hopped on the ferry and took that over to some other island. And I know it's like the ocean, but like to me the ocean is like standing on the beach, or if it's not a beach, but standing on the edge of the water and all you see is water. To me that's ocean, not like an inlet or something like that. So we ended up driving up to it's like Port Angeles or something like that, and then we ended up turning around there. But I think we were still a couple hours from like the ocean as far as can't go out any farther. But yeah, so we did that, kind of just drove around, and they got have you ever heard of the ducks? Like they have them at Wisconsin Dells.
Like the Wisconsin Ducks?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, like the little can go in the water and drive on land hoopty bobs. So we did that. That was pretty cool. And then it's like, so Seattle's like the birthplace of Starbucks or whatever. So there's literally one Starbucks on every corner out there. So like the driver, every time he passes one, he has to yell out his favorite coffee, and like I said, there's all the bums are all over, so they kind of I don't know if they make fun of the bums, but the bums seem to be having just as much fun. So, but yeah, it was pretty
They
cool.
have the happy bums.
Well, then,
Bums are
That's what their
generally,
city side is.
bums are generally pretty easily entertained.
well, like, there's a few of them that it's like, all right, to me, now I know that how they got there might be, reasons why they are there. And sometimes, like, I see them and I'm like, all right, you just seem like you're kind of lazy, you know? It's like, why don't you go find a job versus stand on a corner all day? But, maybe you make more money or, I don't see people giving them money, but maybe, maybe they do get enough money. But then there was this one guy and traffic was really backed up, so we're really not moving. And he just keeps walking up and walking back down, right? And not in a straight line. He's kind of all over the place. And I'm pretty sure he's carrying on a conversation with himself. And it's just like, man, dude. So it's like something obviously might not be firing on all cylinders with that fella, but
A lot of the handle for money, like instead of just getting a job, they just go do that.
Hey, the guy's never alone. He's always got somebody to talk to.
yeah. But the other thing we did is they have like this underground tour, and it was pretty cool because whatever, I don't know if the 1800s or 1900s or whatever, whenever it was, like Seattle burnt down, and there was this huge problem with like their sewer system.
Ew.
Oh yeah. So to fix it, I guess the city decided they were gonna build the streets up like 20 or 30 feet. Well, like people that had their businesses down there, they didn't want to build their business that high. So they just rebuilt their building. So what was their main entrance would eventually become their basement, and their second floor would become their main entrance. Following?
Yeah.
So they built up the road. So they said what they would do is they'd have ladders. So you would have to go outside the business, climb up like a 20, 30-foot ladder, climb it up, cross the road, and then climb back down to get across the street into the other business. So, but then they said like, what was it? 33 acres of the city burnt down, and then no one died. But whatever, it took them a couple years or whatever it was to build all these streets. They had 18 people die because they'd climb up, go across, and then they'd fall down the ladder.
Not exactly the best climbers in Seattle.
I think they like to drink. That might have.
Oh, don't start that rumor.
But yeah, so anyway, so now obviously the streets are all filled in, so there's like all these like underground passageways throughout the city, so kind of got the nickel tour some of them, so it was pretty cool. And that was it.
Interesting. Why is it that like every city, one of their greatest historical achievements is the time when the entire town burned to the ground?
Dave in the chat room asked, yeah, they got like this, whatever, Pike's like fish market. And this is really weird. Like, it's really long and kind of narrow. So on one end, it was like all these different people selling like flowers and like sauces and stuff. Kind of like a flea market, I guess. But then there's a couple other sections that have, they're selling like fresh fish and, all that seafood stuff. So it's like they have, a ton of ice, and there's just, a ton of fish just laying on all this frozen or on the ice, and they throw the stuff on top of it. And I forget which one it is, but they actually take a fish, and the guy from behind the counter whips it out, like across, what is it, two things of fish to the guy out in the stands or out in the crowd, and he catches it, and they throw it back in, and they throw it back out. So it's pretty
Throwing
fun.
around fish covered in fleas is what I took out of that.
It's fine.
Okay.
Don't need to worry about it.
Jeff, did you see the latest post on Northland MX?
No.
This is exciting to me.
Oh, the which one? Amber Cadillac or?
Yes, Echo Valley Motocross Park.
Yep. I think they do. Yeah, what do? They do their Wednesday night practices too, I think.
Yep.
Brookston, also known as.
Yes.
That's a good track. We got to get back up to there at some point this year. Maybe not this year, but we'll try.
No, at some point this year we'll get back up there.
It's a great track, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who Amber Cadillac is, but I have a feeling that the Cadillacs own Northern Minnesota Motocross.
I think they own all of northern Minnesota. I'm pretty sure everything up there is owned by a Cadillac, which is cool. I wish I owned the entire north half of a state.
Oh,
Scott's done. Stick a fork in him.
He's done for.
I'm
All
sure.
that talking fish just took it right out of him.
Ugh. No. It was pretty fun. Obviously, it's right by the sea, so there's quite a few seagulls. And we got a guy yesterday that was holding out French fries, and they were swooping in and plucking them right out of his hands. That was kind of fun.
Stupid seagulls.
You know, for the longest time, I always thought the Seattle Seahawks, that their little logo was a
The
seagull.
sea ducks.
It looks like a seagull. It's white and silver.
Can we get away from this whole, oh, we're in this city, so now we're going to make our helmets look like their sports team and all this crap? Is that really necessary? I'm like we were talking about. Nobody who's into moto is into football or any of that other stuff. Villapoto, every town he friggin' goes to, he wears a jersey from a local team. Nobody cares.
Nobody gives a crap.
I mean, knock it off already. Obviously, you're a fair weather fan, and if you got to do that to try to get people to like you, you have issues.
Yeah, like I mean, I could see RV doing it, since that's essentially his home race. But yeah, like I said, I know less he did
Yeah,
the
but I'd probably be okay with it if he only did it for his home race, but he doesn't. He does it every week, and I'm not the first person to bring it up. I just happen to agree for once with the person who I originally heard talking about this. It's just, to me, it's like, enough already. I understand you're trying to get the local people into it and whatever. I suppose it has its place, but it's kind of annoying. Yes, that's how I really feel.
I don't think anyone doubted you. I think everyone knew that's how you felt.
Well, I'm a little disappointed I'm not getting some argument, though. I mean, I was fired up. Somebody argue with me. Come on.
Somebody give Jason a Snickers.
What's with the Snickers? I don't get it.
You haven't seen that commercial?
You're acting like a diva.
Am I turning into a diva? My back hurts. Now my front hurts.
That was funny.
Speaking of that, are you sore at all today?
No, I'm not sore. I'm kind of sick, but not.
I was kind of shocked that I'm not sore at all today. And yeah, I'm sicker than hell, but not sore, so that's good.
In order to be sore,
Right.
you actually have to ride, somewhat hard. And I did not.
Poor Caleb, man, he got screwed. He only got 3 laps
Yeah.
all day.
What happened?
I shouldn't say poor Caleb. That's his fault for not going out and
I
practice.
say you probably should have rode practice, but what do you do? I mean, I get it. Last thing I really wanted to do was go ride practice, but you got to go do it. Even
I think that's where you went wrong.
yeah, even like you just doing late bike, that's something. But I felt like I definitely needed to go out there and try to get 4 laps in, because otherwise those late bikes you only get 1 lap.
They let us go 3 laps.
That was me being facetious.
I know, no, I know what you're saying though, and I saw him out there, but I was shocked. I was worried about that because usually you only get 2 laps at the most, and they let us go 3 laps, so I thought that was kind of cool.
I should have gone back out for that.
Well, half the guys had been out there. I don't know how they were still clean.
They had pressure washers and water tanks and hoses. They don't just show up with a pressure washer like I do.
I was gonna say, are you fully equipped in the Vanimal?
I was fully equipped with a pressure washer. Nothing to pump through it or any devices to get water to it, but I brought the pressure washer.
Nice. What happened to Caleb?
Well, he just didn't go out for practice, and then he ended up getting lapped in the first moto, and so he only got 3 laps, and then they canceled his second moto, which I was all about because I wasn't about to go out for that moto anyway. I was done, but
No, that was the best thing that could have happened.
yeah. It's it's a catch-22 at a race like that. What do? To me, you got to go ride no matter what. You got to go out there and do practice. Otherwise, how can you hope to accomplish what you set out there to do? It sucks, but that's all part of it.
Did you tell Matt at Plainview that you want? Shoot, you're a Honda guy.
Yeah, and don't think I didn't get any crap about that. Hanging out at a Cowie dealer.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't care. I bleed red.
Let's see.
Are you building something out of Lincoln logs right now, or?
Me? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm just relaxing.
Oh, okay.
That's my nice mic picking up everything in my office.
Oh. See, I would guess that you were relaxing, but usually after I lean back and relax like that, I tend to squeak out a fart or something. So I didn't hear that, so I thought maybe something else was going on. I said squeak one out, not crap yourself.
Oh, man.
Took me a bit to get that out. But
Jeff is now relaxed.
Ugh. That's it, boys. I don't have anything else.
Shut her down. We have clearly hit the end.
I'm like leaning back in my chair, ready to just fall asleep.
Wow. Everybody listen to the Talking Moto podcast where even the host falls asleep during the show.
It's been a busy day.
I don't
Long
care.
day.
It's no excuse.
I did start to I have my new desk built and part of my workbench built.
I saw that.
So we're getting there.
I was pretty impressed
Not
with
bad.
your carpentering. Jesus would be proud.
It's pretty bad, isn't it? But yeah, so we gotta get after that. We gotta get all this stuff cleaned out of this place and over to the new place. So hopefully, next couple weeks we'll get out of here.
Sweet.
But
Scotty will be broadcasting live from a street corner in Milwaukee.
dude, I didn't get a lot of crap for it, but I wore my Milwaukee Brewers hoodie. So people are like, "Oh, go Brewers!" You know. No one was throwing tomatoes or anything at me, so that was nice. But
Who carries around a tomato?
who knows?
I mean, of all things to throw at you.
What about a fish or a crab?
Yeah, I would think in Seattle you'd be more likely to be hit by a fish than a tomato.
I did see a sea lion.
Really?
Yep.
I sound like a sea lion when I cough.
You did what now?
Burp, burp, burp. That's what it sounds like when I cough.
Oh.
All right.
That's not a sea lion, is it? Sea lions don't make that sound. That's a seal.
What's the difference?
I don't think sea lions make a sound.
That's why those are the silent killers of the ocean.
They don't even look like lions, for crying out loud. Why do they call them lions?
The lions of the sea.
They have whiskers, maybe?
Tuna's the chicken. Every animal in the ocean has a likeness on land,
Oh, okay.
I think.
So what's you got new plastic, Jason?
Um,
Or you're waiting for it?
I'm waiting for graphics. And then I will tackle the plastic situation.
And you're sticking with that same scheme?
Yeah.
Or the black and yellow, I mean?
Everything will be the same except on black plastic. And after seeing it on Jeff's, it's going to look pretty sweet. I think.
Oh,
I'm
get
stoked.
this too. Yeah. So my
Stoked.
brand new plastic broke on my brand new side panel broke at some point yesterday. So brand new plastic, brand new graphics, and it snapped.
Ping.
Why did you do that?
Awesome. I don't even know how it happened, but we had a hard time getting it lined up, and there was too much stress on it apparently, and it cracked later on in the day by where the seat bolt is attached. So, that was a pisser.
That's right. Those Black Diamond MX graphics will hold it together, and it will be just fine.
They're so tough they broke the plastic.
It's true. I'm actually considering not even getting plastic for my graphics. I'm just going to hang them on the bike. That's how strong they are.
Just zip tie them.
Well, that's probably what's going to happen. I'm sure I'm going to have a few zip ties on my bike.
If you have ever seen my bike in real life, Scott, there's about 800 zip ties holding that thing together.
Whoa.
Oh, Bailey's at it again.
Did you guys do the Racer X Bowl?
I didn't even jump on Racer X today. I haven't had a chance.
It says, which of the following 250 SX rider would you most look forward to seeing full-time in 450s? Anderson, Sealy, Davalos, Bogle, Baggett, Wilson, Stewart, or Marvin Musquin?
Muskin. That list, I would go Anderson.
Well, we're going to see Davalos regardless, right? He's got him.
Anderson's going, Sealy's going, Davalos, if he wins the title, I'm pretty sure that's 100%
I think
he's
got
going.
to go either way.
Yeah,
Either
he's
way.
going no matter what.
Because I think if you've been in the class for more than 3 years and you score more than a certain number of points, you are automatically out of there.
Right.
And I think it's like 135 points or something like that.
Yeah, I was trying to
It depends on the length of the season too, because they have a different number for each length. I think it's if you average like 22 points or better, you're out if you've been in it for more than a year. So
I thought it was once you hit that 135, you pretty much have 3 years left.
Yeah, that's assuming you've been in it for less than 3 years. I think it's like if you get 125 or 135 in 3 consecutive seasons, you're out. But also, if you've been in the class for a certain number of years, get to that level, you're out no matter what. And that's kind of, I mean, you don't even have a chance to defend your title or nothing, you're out. So,
So
not that there's anything really wrong with that, but
so
You're out of here.
is that good that Superbad crashes out then? Because then if he would have won that title, then he'd only have a couple years left.
yeah, I think you can only get to defend it once.
He's only going to be there for a couple of years anyway.
Yeah, he'll be ripping some big bites.
Oh, I didn't see the other kid from that movie. They had like his license from Hawaii at a store. I should have looked to see if there was.
McLovin?
Yeah.
I don't know what his real name is.
Fogel.
Yeah, Fogel, I know that, but
I don't know. He doesn't have a real name. What was his character in Kick-Ass?
oh yeah, he was Red Mist.
Yes, Red Mist.
That's funny.
I am McLovin.
All right, boys.
You said it 3 times. Just pull the plug. Take this baby off life.
Shut her down.
We're quitting.
Shut her down. Everybody, if you're like me and like to avoid your family, come hang out, come riding with us this weekend. Kellogg Saturday, Meadow Valley Sunday. I know I will be at both. I believe Brad Cunningham and anybody else who's cool enough to join us. So let's go rip some dirt bikes.
Just some one-handers.
Yeah, some knack-knacks. And I would do a heel clicker if I had the flexibility. I don't, so I don't even try.
I feel like that would be dangerous. Don't do that.
More than likely.
Nobody got time for that.
Nope.
Ain't nobody got skills for that.
We would do it, but we ran out of talent.
All right.
Talkin Moto podcast.
Oh.
Oot.